Transport in plants, part 2. Assalamu alaikum, all of you. Hope all of you are doing good. Okay, stay home, stay safe, stay blessed. Okay, the Ramadan is very near to us, so you have to pray very well. Your prayers are very important because the world is going into a unpredictable situation. We don't know what will happen next. So may Allah bless all of us. Pray for everyone. Each one you have to pray for each and everyone, not for only yourself. Okay? So may Allah bless you. Let us begin our topic, transport in plants, part 2. So in this part we have learned in the first part about the simple tissues and how they are arranged in the plants. Okay, now we have to know about what are vascular bundles. Vascular bundles are the tissues which perform the conduction of minerals or water or food in the plant, that we started in the beginning, isn't it? So what is the need of the transportation? Because the plants are absorbing water from the soil through the root, but it should be reached to every part of the plant, isn't it? So the xylem is helping for that one, and the phloem is helping to conduct the food which is provided by the leaf to whole part of the plant. So the structure and function of the xylem is the first part. The xylem conducts water and minerals, and it gives a mechanical strength to the plant, and it is composed of mainly four parts: tracheids, vessels, xylem fibers, and xylem parenchyma. So the tracheids and vessels are the main transporting elements in the flowering plants. We have to learn about the flowering plants, and this tracheids in this picture, it's very clear. It has a tapered end, and vessel is, it's like a hollow tube. Both of them are lack of the protoplasm. Why? Because it should be a pipe-like structure to conduct the water and minerals from the root to different parts of the plant. So the stem, leaf and root all has this tracheids and vessels to conduct the water and minerals from the root to the tip of the plant. Okay, I'm not making you bored because all these parts we have explained in the class very well. So from the picture you just brushing up your knowledge. Okay, so in the stem what it will be the condition of xylem I explained, endark. Okay, and in the root it is called exarch. What is the speciality between this exarch and endark? I gave a picture here, so from that it is very clear for you. Here you can see the structure and function of the phloem. You just go through the points, you will understand. Mainly they are a sieve tube, companion cell, phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber. It conducts the food from source to sink. The source and sink also I explained. Source means the where the protection is happening, and sink means where it is stored or where it is transporting. Okay, and this sieve tube is like an element of pipe-like structure, like our xylem vessels. Okay, and companion cell is always associated with the sieve tube, so it named as companion cell. So from this picture you can see the companion cell and sieve tube, and sieve tube has a sieve area or sieve plate with sieve pores, that is this violet color. Okay, and the pink color is the companion cell, and that violet color is the sieve tube, and at its tip you can see a sieve area, and there you can see the small uh, pore like structure. So that sieve pore with sieve plate with a long tube is known as sieve element. It is always associated with a companion cell. And phloem parenchyma is also you can see in this picture. So from here you can see a plant with it is having the root, stem, leaf, and all thing. Okay, so in the soil when they are standing, when the water potential is, you remember what is water potential? The purity of water. Okay, so when the plant has water potential less, that means it has less water, the soil has high water potential. So from the root hairs will absorb the water from higher water potential to lower water potential. So the root now got the water. So from the root, the plant, the whole part of the plant, according to this water potential gradient difference, the water moves. That is the transport mechanism. In this picture it is very clear, we have learned, we have explained everything, and we have done the short test about this one. So apoplast pathway and symplast pathway. Apoplast means through the cell wall of the root hair and the epidermal cell, and to the different parts of the plant it moves. But when there is a casparian strip is present, it will block, so the water will move to the through the cytoplasm, that is known as symplast pathway. So this picture you have to know how to draw and label, and what is meant by apoplast pathway and what is meant by symplast pathway. Apoplast means through the cell wall, it is a dotted line, but the symplast, it is through the cell cytoplasm, and that is the bold arrows. You can see from the picture, you have to learn how to draw and how to label and what are these two terms. So the water absorption is related to the transpiration. What is meant by transpiration? Transpiration is the process by which the water loss in the form of a water vapor through the stomata of the leaf. And some factors are affecting this transpiration. They are temperature. When the temperature increases, of course the light intensity will increase. And sometimes when there is a dry wind, so that time also the plant will lose the water from their body. And the water supply, when the water supply is outside more, it will absorb more water. And the humidity means rutuba. Remember that one. When the humidity is more, the transpiration will be less. All other factors like temperature, light intensity, wind, and water supply is more, the transpiration will be more. But when the humidity is more, the transpiration will be less, rate of transpiration will be less. There is an apparatus known as potometer that help us to find how much, what is the rate of transpiration. Inshallah, if there is the school reopens, we will do that in the practical. In this picture you can see that red color is the xylem vessel and that green is the leaf. Okay, so where the leaf has a stomata, it's a pore, it is guarded by the guard cell, and it can be seen in the epidermis of the leaf. Okay, so in the lower epidermis, when the sunlight is more, the water in the leaf is having high water potential than the atmosphere. So from higher concentration to lower concentration, the water will move. So from the leaf to the water will move out. That's why when we are standing under a tree, we feel cool during the hot days, because the plant is always moisturizing the atmosphere by transpiration. In this picture you can see the transpiration stream from the root, that blue color line arrows, you can see how the water is moving from the root. The water is getting to the plant stem, leaf, and from the plant again it goes to the atmosphere because of the sunlight. So again the plant will absorb the water from the soil, so the water cycle repeats. So the important fact for the water cycle is transpiration. The mesophytes, that means the land plants, are very good for us to get the very good temperature maintenance in the earth. But in the desert, that means in Oman and all, the plants, if they are losing the water through the transpiration, the plant cannot grow because they are not getting water like a mesophyte plant. they are having scarce of water. That's why they are calling xerophytes. Okay, xerophytes means the plants which are living on the deserts. So they have to maintain the water inside the plant until they get a source of water. So they are showing some adaptive features for this reduction of the transpiration. Some of them they showed in the picture. Maram grass and sorghum plants are seen in the desert plant. So from this picture, the next slide shows special features of general characters of a xerophyte plant. So the whole characters not showing by the whole plants. Depending upon the situation, each plant showing different characters. Okay, so here it is a fleshy leaf and it is rolled by silica deposits and all that characters you have to just go through it. Okay, the clear picture you can see in the textbook. I told the typical structure features of xerophytes I are given here. So from this you have to find 4 or 5 characters you have to learn, and you have to find which plant has which character and cite some example. Okay, because we are living in the desert, so obviously we have to know some example for xerophytes and what are the structural adaptation for that plant. You have to find and write in your notebook. So translocation in phloem, that is the next part. Translocation means the movement of the manufactured food sugar. Mainly sugar is sucrose in the plant by the leaves, and amino acids. Amino acids are produced by the roots because they are getting the nitrogen from the soil, and this is done by this movement of this food is done by a mass flow. Okay, how this mass flow is occurring? The difference in the hydrostatic pressure in the source and sink areas that drives the mass flow in phloem, that we can see in this the next video very clearly. Okay, you just listen that one. In this picture it is very clear. So the first top cell is the source, that means the leaf cell which produce the uh, sucrose as a source, that means the sugar by the photosynthesis, and that will be loaded into the sieve tube. From the sieve tube it give to the companion cell, and from there when it goes to again to the sieve tube element, so the water potential will be less because more sucrose is there. So this is the source area. When the water content is less, water potential is less, what will happen? It will absorb the water from the next cell to sieve tube element, and then after that from the sieve tube it will give to the next sieve tube. But instead except that a root cell, some of the sucrose or sugar will be stored as a starch except root, and that is known as the sink. So the leaf is the source and the other part of the plant is called as sink. Okay, and there the sink, what will happen? This water potential will be more, and the water potential will be more, and so the water flow will be uh, from there to the next cell. Okay, so in the source area the hydrostatic pressure will be high, but in the sink area the hydrostatic pressure will be low. Okay, and from the higher to lower the water will move as a mass flow. So the food also along with that water it will move. So that is the flow and transport. The points I have given in the next slide, that you have to study very well, and this picture and labeling also you have to know. Alhamdulillah, we have done our chapter transport in plan part 1 and part 2 we have finished. Hope all of you have understood. Okay, so you have to learn again, and you have to watch the videos again and again, only then you will understand, because we are not seeing each other and you are not asking me what is that, what is this. Okay, so hopefully you will get all the ideas from the video, and some of the questions that I have given in the recap session or worksheets I am sending, and so you have to please be updated with the topics. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, we have done all the chapters from chapter 1 to the last one, infectious disease, isn't it? So stay home, stay safe, stay blessed. Please pray for each other. Okay, Ramadan Kareem. Ramadan is coming, it is very near to you. So may Allah bless you. Please pray, include me in your prayer also. Best wishes. So, ma salama.